Good morning, guys. Welcome to today's InstaForex show. Today, where we use technical analysis to identify high probability setups in the market. Right. So I always like to determine the market structure, before beginning my analysis. So today we'll be talking about dollar franc, right? And from the forward chart, you can clearly see that there's a ascending trend line, right? And price have recently broken out of it. So when price has broke out of ascending trend line, it means that it's probably on a bearish momentum, right? You can see that price have reacted off it here, all right, here, pretty close here, and here, right? And then it broke, and then it retested, but it failed. It failed to retest. So you can say that price is probably going further down, right? So as you can see, that price reacted off it quite a few times. So I can say that this is a pretty strong, ascending trend line, right? And it's pretty valid. So I want to remove all my drawings right here, and then I want to determine my respective prices, right? My sell entry, my take profit, and my, stop loss price, right? So for now, as you can see, I will put my graphical, my take profit level or support level at my graphical swing low, right? So I'd like to put my take profit level here, right? And my graphical swing low, as I said earlier, right? And then I'll put my entry price, right? Probably at around this area, right? You can see that there's a graphical overlap resistance here. So you can safely say that this is a, pretty valid resistance, right? And price may go down from there, can potentially go down from there. Or if you want to be safer, right? If price fail is retest for the third time, right? Maybe price go up here, right? Go up to our trend line again and try to retest it, but fail again. Then you can say that price is most probably going down from there. I'll say that this is a pretty good, pretty good level to have your sell entry to, right? So I'll put this as my sell entry, right? And then where do I put my stop loss? So the reason why we have ascending trend line is because we want to see whether price is still on bullish momentum or not. And when price breaks away from the ascending trend line, then it's obviously is bearish, right? So you want, if price were to retest, right, and it actually go, above the ascending trend line, it means that, it's probably on bullish momentum again, right? So you want to put your, stop loss at very near your ascending trend line, right, which is probably around here, right? Just in case, your analysis is wrong, right, and you want a very tight, stop loss level so that you have a very good risk reward ratio. As you can see, our risk reward ratio here is about 2:1, 3:1, right? So I would say it's pretty good. All right, next I would like to use my Fibonacci retracement and projection, right, to determine if my support and my resistance level are, strong or not. Right, so I'll use my Fibonacci, right? You see. So you can clearly see here that my support level of 50%, right, is my Fibonacci retracement. Right? So I'll remove everything else except the 50% to make it cleaner, right, for you guys to see. And then I'll use my Fibonacci projection, right, to determine my support level is also valid. Okay, I like to use the bigger one, right? The bigger price movements means that it might be more accurate. So you can see here there is about 61.8%, right? So you can say that this is a, a very valid support right here. And then you want to check it graphically, right? So you can see the price reactor of it once, twice, right? And just act as a resistance level here. Right? So you can say that this support level is pretty valid. You always want to check, your Fibonacci retracement and projections and your support level or resistance level, with a graphical level, right? And then you want to do a resistance, right, for you want to check whether your sell entry and your stop loss level is strong or not, right? So I'll use a Fibonacci retracement and projection again, right, from top to bottom. So I remove everything else first, right, to make it cleaner as per normal. Okay, then I'll use a retracement, right, from the top to the bottom. Sorry, it should be here, from the top to the bottom, right? So then you do off flips. Then you realize that, hey, it's very near my sell entry price is very near my 50%, retracement level, and my stop loss is very near my 61.8% retracement level, right? So yes, it's a pretty strong support level, and pretty strong resistance level, right? In fact. Okay, so I'll remove everything to make it cleaner as per normal. And then I use a projection, right? To determine my resistance. I can see it's a 61.8. Wait, you see that our stop loss level is 61.8% projection 2, right? So it's actually very, it's a strong resistance level. And then you're going to check graphically, right? So the reason why I put it here, because I already said, due to our ascending trend line, if price were to retest, and go back, above our ascending trend line, then you know that, maybe your ascending trend line is not as strong as you thought it was, or maybe it's not valid anymore, right? So next, I want to use my indicators to support my bias. My bias is that price will dip, right? So I will use RSI, and then I'll put what I normally do is 21, right? And then I will remove all the respective and leave RSI alone, right? The reason is very simple, right? It's because I always use RSI as a support and resistance thing, right? To determine if price might react or below, right? So first I will draw a trend line. So you can see that it's on a descending trend line right here, right? So that price, price levels will continue to go down while RSI goes down, right? So this support our bias that price is probably pretty bearish now, right? So let me summarize everything for you guys. Okay, so I'm looking at market structure right now, right? It just break up from its ascending trend line, right? And my stop loss will be just above my ascending trend line, or very near above my ascending trend line, right? Which is also 61.8 projection and 61.8 retracement. My sell entry price is placed at 0.92717, which is 50% retracement, right? And also our graphical swing high at this level, right? Or our high at this level, and then our take profit level we place at 0.91953, right, which is 61.8 projection and 50% retracement. And the reason why I think that price is bearish is because our RSI indicator shows that it's on a descending trend line, so price might continue to go down. Okay. All right, so that's all for today's trade of the day. I hope to catch you in the next one.